I think what happens is the stories of our gods and goddesses have been around for so long. I think every generation tends to look at them with whatever the zeitgeist that drives them. And I'm not just talking about the gods among us writers like Valmiki ji or Goswami Tulsidas ji, they are gods among writers. I'm talking about even ordinary human beings, Kalidas ji or Bhasa. So Bhasa has written this. How many have read any of Bhasa's plays? Sanskrit playwright? Yeah. So Bhasa has written this play called Pancharatra. Okay. An interpretation of the Mahabharata. And according to Kalidas, who we think is the greatest Sanskrit writer, Kalidas himself believed Bhasa was the greatest Sanskrit playwright ever. He actually written that in many of his texts. So Bhasa wrote an interpretation of the Mahabharata where the war simply didn't happen. Right? Now, very few know the actual, history of Bhasa. God knows, he was maybe 2,000 years ago, 2,500. No one is sure, right? But my interpretation is, could it be that he was living in a time at which time there was a lot of random violence, and that impacted his thinking, and that reflected in his book, right? It kind of naturally happens, right? So even writers come from the society, right? So whatever a society is primarily feeling, it impacts us writers as well. So then the modern day is such that we are essentially driven by reason, by science. Many of us science has this credibility. We'll accept it only if there's a scientific reason for it, even if we don't understand the science, right? Everyone believes in evolution out here. Yeah, that this is how humanity emerged. Everyone believes it. How many have actually read The Origin of Species? Yeah, okay, very few. The rest, I assume, still believe evolution. Why? Because science has that credibility, right? It's like it's almost a zeitgeist of today. So then it naturally becomes, any writer in today's day carries that attitude, and then that reflects in the book.